well as the ignorant in relation to the troubling, also we have committed in the past. There are no questions about the rest of the, minor or the secondary level of the negativities, even though we purify so much in this life, after having encounters of the virtuous conducts, virtuous practices, including meeting of the Dharma. But the reality is that we came from beginningless lifetime, taking many kind of rebirths, most of the time in the unfavorable rebirths, and accumulated extensive negative karma, which not yet purified. So if we don't have the definite protection to protect us, falling into the three lower realm, then once we're born in the three lower realm, the time that the lifespan in the lower realm is numberless times greater than in the human life, in particularly those of the hell being and hungry ghost being. Not necessarily to the animal realms, but hungry ghosts and hell realms. The lifespans are numberless times greater than the other realms. So then, the nature of the life in the lower realms, without interruption, experiencing suffering or pain, at the same time, without interruption, committing intensive negative karmas. So understanding this, then, seeing the ability of protection in Buddha Dharma Sangha, then go for refuge. So the first move, towards entering into the practice of the three scopes is, taking a refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha, then observing the precept. And even we didn't manage to practice well, or even along the line, you may even give up, from your heart, the refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha, or you may be distracted with many other, non-virtuous doing. But one thing definite, after having the transmissions of the refuge precept, the immediate rebirth is definitely protected, not to be reborn in the three lower realms. Minimum benefit, having refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha. Even we become a failure in the practice, even we give up, halfway we give up refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha, but because of the transmissional protection we receive, the immediate rebirth understood that will not reborn in the three lower realms. So just to know that is amazing. You see, just have this knowledge at the time of passing away, that it's definite that I'm not going to born in three lower realms. We say, if not enlightened, if not born into Pure Land, at least will born into human, God, or demigod realm. You see, there are so many people, when they're passing away with so much fear of don't know where they're going to be reborn. And especially the dissolutions of the elements and the very intense, lower energy at the time of passing away. The negative emotions are easier to arise in the dying person's mind, and a lot of hallucinations, very intense hallucinations, will arise in our mind and develop, so much of fear, not knowing what will happen next. Even to a non-believer of Dharma, non-believer of reincarnation, but when someone, facing the natural process of death, everybody experience similar, the experience of hallucination, experience of projections of our future lives. Especially if we have an intense negative karma, then the clearer of the projections of the lower realms of our future reincarnation already start to project. If we have a great meritorious karma, also the future reincarnations, like future the celestial realms start to appear. You see, so so then there even Dharma practitioners who don't have a clear kind of understanding of the benefit of refuge, they know it is wonderful, but if they don't know that at least this one definite benefit, people can stray their mind and develop, fear. Fear is negative emotion, and that will serve as a direct cause to link to negative, negative links. Even though not that immediate rebirth, but then even we born into the human and God and demigod realm, you born in the place has so much suffering. You born with so much of mental health issues, anxieties. Even though you see, so even though practitioner who has refuge will definitely will not born in three lower realms and most likely will born similar like the human realm. But if we don't have a sense of conviction in the refuge, the which feel protected and settled, peaceful heart at the time of dying, then the fear still create a karma, and that karma, directly linked to the miserable experiences even we born in the human realm. Not all human beings are happy, isn't it? Not all human. Just being born in human being is not a big thing. There's so much suffering in the human realm. So you see. So when you have an idea that I have refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha, I've taken the transmission of refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha, so therefore I'm fully protected. I will definitely have another round of life to practice virtue and secure, my liberations or pure land or enlightenment, from that next life onward. You see, yeah. So the main teaching and the practice of the small scope is about practice of refuge and practice of karma. You see. You practice refuge because of you have a basic understanding of how karma works. If you perform negativities, have negative consequences. If you perform virtue, there's a virtuous consequences, which are happiness results. So by following the guidance of the Buddha and using the wisdom of the Dharma and stay close to the Sangha community, the practitioners community, then you will only accumulate meritorious virtues. You will accumulate dharma, which can even serve as a cause of liberation, enlightenment. If not, at least serve, create a causes for future happiness in the higher rebirths. Through observing morality, through practicing generosity, and through aspiring higher rebirths. These three are the main cause, understood. These three are the main cause to reborn as a human. One is moral discipline in our human lifetime now, practice moral discipline. And practicing refuge itself is practicing of moral discipline. And practicing 5 precepts is a moral discipline. Then practicing generosity. Generosity in relation to the merit field or refuge field, making offerings. After taking refuge, every time we drink even sip of water, a spoonful of food, immediately we first offer to Buddha, isn't it? We offer to Buddha, we offer to Dharma, we offer to Sangha, we offer to all the holy beings, holy objects. You see, that's practice of generosity. Then your heart becomes so softened, and whenever you see needy beings, you will try your very best to make charity, isn't it? Make charity. If you have a material means, you will share your material means with the needy one. If not, you will. If you are in the environment that you can be a protection, protector or for someone whose life in danger, like such as, let's say, while walking here, and you spot the number of ants, rolling on the floor, and you tell everybody, oh, there's an ant, there's so many ants here. Or you can just kind of put some kind of like a fence not to step onto the ants. That's the generosity of protection. You see, like such as practice of animal liberation. Animal liberation, which is a great practice in Buddha Dharma practice. You see, that's the practice of generosity of protection. You see. If someone, so like that. So then, if that also not in a position, at least one thing that which is so easy to benefit others, you create a merit and dedicate the merit. Let's say someone is going through challenge of health, then you accumulate merit. Let's say light offering, let's say prostration. Let's say offer prayers, or then that merit you dedicate for that someone's to be free from their life obstacles, isn't it? This is even greater generosity than comparing to the earlier true generosity. It understood that not only benefit temporal level, it also bring benefit for long-term future benefits. You see, then whatever Dharma knowledge you have, whatever knowledge you have about understanding the value of compassion, harmony, inner peace, true happiness, any form of Dharma virtue, if you have knowledge and conviction in the heart of immeasurable love, immeasurable compassion, immeasurable equanimity, then you share with others. You see, you share whenever you get opportunity. You can share with others. You see, by doing so, you're making one of the most powerful practice of charity, generosity of Dharma. You see, so this will create abundance of causes for our future lifetime to achieve not just human life, but precious human life. How wonderful within this very lifetime we achieve enlightenment. If that didn't happen, then we need insurance. The insurance you buy from the bank, it doesn't work. Insurance we buy. For me, I find most of the insurance are actually cheating people. I'm so sorry. So, because I didn't experience anything, but some of people. So there's one. So anyway, I encountered 3 people. So they got insurance for like house insurance, for this, insurance for that. But when real problem comes, this is also not included. This is also not included, and nothing. You don't get anything, but you've been paying so much. So anyway, but then little it works maybe. But the insurance of creating, the meritorious cause, then that's definite. If it didn't benefit, but there's no loss. Normal insurance, you need to give so much loss to get something back. and that also not quite sure will get better or not. You see. So anyway, so so practice of generosity. Then aspiration, always have a this sincere aspiration that for the benefit of numberless sentient beings' enlightenment, may I achieve state of Buddhahood within this very brief lifetime. If that didn't happen, may I be reborn in a pure land, and quickly accomplish the 3 conditions of merit, achieve Buddhahood. If that also didn't happen, then may I be born as a precious human life, where I can continue my practice, where I can continue to be in the service of, the people that comes in my way, like that. So these are the 3 causes. So these are the practice of small scope. So now, so you see, in relation to the practice of small scope, the certain level of training that you obtain from practice of refuge is the small renunciation. Renouncing the limitations of the 3 Lord Ilam and aspiring the small liberation, the liberation out of 3 Lord Ilam, and actualizing the favorable higher rebirths. On the basis of this, now you progress to the middle capable beings path, which is knowledge-wise, such as the knowledge, the teaching on 4 Noble Truths. When in relation to the knowledge of 4 Noble Truths is the truth of suffering, truth of cause of suffering, truth of cessation, truth of path. So when you learn the truth of suffering, it is learning the 3rd level of suffering. The second level and the 3rd level of suffering. The 2nd level of suffering is suffering of change. The 3rd level of suffering is pervasive compounded suffering. Learning about the contamination of karma and delusion. And that you learn in relation to the knowledge that taught by Buddha, in relation to 4 Noble Truths, and the teachings on the troubling of interdependent existence, and teaching in relation to true truth, the conventional truth, ultimate truth, to learn about the entirety of the relative truth about the samsaric world, relative truth about the celestial world. That knowledge is learning about the true truth, the first truth, the conventional or the relative truth. And then learning about the selfless nature of the self and the phenomena is learning about the ultimate truth. You see, by doing so, you, as what taught in the teachings of 4 Noble Truths, suffering is to be studied. Suffering is to be known. It is causes to be purified, cessation to be achieved. The path to be cultivated. You see, so by learning the relative truth about the 6 realm of silent existence, you learn about the suffering of change. Because suffering of pain you already learned from the small scope, isn't it? Now you learn the suffering of change. Even I born in higher rebirth like human, god, demigod, whatever favorable condition is unstable. Whatever, like such as good health, such as success, everything is in the nature of change. It's impermanent, you see. So therefore, it is not definite happiness. It is not true happiness. It is very much, like a circumstantial happiness. It is conditional happiness. It is not genuine happiness, lasting happiness. You see. So therefore, not to attach. Even it is a favorable realm compared to the three Lord realms. You see. Then more than that, More than that, entire sixth realm, it is equal in bind by the karma and delusion. Even though there's a division of sixth realm, lower realm, higher realm, but in relation to being samsara is same. No difference. No difference. If you don't purify the contaminated aggregates of God realm, just a matter of time, you will be the same position as a hell being. Just a matter of time. You see, even how favorable human realm, if you are unable to overcome the contamination of karma and delusion, just a matter of time, you will be equal as a hell being. You see, so therefore, nothing to admire, nothing to admire to be born even in the three higher realms and remain there, continue to come back there. You see, so through the understanding of the condemnation and karma and delusion equally pervasive, equal to all the six realms, then by learning the relative truth about the celestial world, such as the pure lands, the Buddha's pure lands, like Tara's pure land, Chenrezig's pure realm, Amitabha's pure realm, Vijayakini's pure realm, Medicine Buddha's pure realm, all the Buddha's pure realm. Then more than that, the state of liberation, complete cessation from entire delusions and karma. Then more than that, the perfect liberation, so enlightenment. You see, so at least in the middle capable path, you aspire up to the pure land and the state of the nirvana peace through the knowledge of Four Noble Truth and the true truth and the traveling of interdependent existence. There you gain middle length, the level of renunciation. You see, the small one is three lower realm, now entire six realm, including of the karma and delusion. You see, so then now on the basis of that, then seeing entirety of the limitation in relation to yourself in every single existence of the samsaric world, take that as a reason to see also the limitation in rest of the other sentient beings. Start with your loved one. Could be your parents, could be your children, could be your partner, pets, whatever. See the equal limitation, what oneself carrying, also in others. By doing so, the middle kind of strength of renunciation will develop into a compassionate aspect of renunciation. The renunciation that which is expressing, the heart of compassion, and heart of love. When this compassion and the love concerning the well-being of even one extra person, is greater compassion. If you expand to all the humanity, much greater compassion. If you expand to the entire numberless sentient being, it becomes great or the immeasurable compassion. You see, so when you develop the renunciation in relation to great compassion, then you enter into the Mayanic path. You see, and the knowledge that you very much learn to develop that is in relation to in relation to the knowledge that taught in the Paramita Sutra, such as teachings on the importance of the compassion. You see, like such as like Chandrakirti, mega praises in compassion in the middle of the treatise. The compassion is as important as a ground or the soil at the seed at the beginning. compassion is as important as water or the sun, like a fertilizer for the seeds to grow in the middle. And compassion is equally important, like a fruit, at the end, to benefit. You see, so someone who is traveling the spiritual journey, its vision is to achieve state of full enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. Then compassion is of most important at the beginner level. Now, you see, who is the object of compassion? Start with who? You, yourself, self. Then expand with the loved one. Then to the neutral people. Then to the enemy. And then to the entire existence. You see? So, what is the definition of compassion? What is the definition of compassion? Yeah, wanting to, free from suffering and causing and condition to free from suffering. The object is sentient being. Are you resultant Buddha or sentient being? Are you sentient being or Buddha? Relatively, you are sentient being, isn't it? So if you are sentient being, then no doubt you are the definitely object of compassion. So sometimes when you enter into Maya and Dharma, then the literal word in every scripture sounds like you need to give up on yourself. You need to give up yourself, and you only think of others' well-being. So that's misunderstood. If you forget about yourself, no enlightenment, no progress. You see, and also every teaching talks about train from the loved one. Among everybody, who you love the most. Don't lie, okay? It's okay, just among us. Yourself, isn't it? If you didn't love, if you are not the one who loves you so much, you won't invest entire your life to take care of yourself, isn't it? Yeah. How many years in school until you finish college? 20 years. 20 years of time. You study for what? Concerning about taking care of yourself, isn't it? Then after that, maybe some of you must have fallen in love. For what? To take care of yourself. Even though you say, I want to take care of you. It's not true. The true color will manifest when true person engaged, then everything has to be my way. Before you say, everything is your way, everything is your way. But after engaged, no, everything has to be my way. Then you will experience a lot of moody face, isn't it? I think those of you are in a relationship, maybe you can understand. I'm just saying through my imagination. Or past lifetimes imprint. Okay, so you see, settling life with somebody, having children, even working so hard to earn a living, to take care of yourself. You see, take care of that which you are kind of based on, which is your aggregates, like such as these physical aggregates. If you don't have this body, why need to buy a home? Why need to buy a house? Isn't it? If we are spirit, you think we need a house? How many people go through so much of trouble of paying mortgage? You see, like people dedicate 40 years, 50 years maybe, just to pay off the roof on your head. You see. So, we ourselves, ourselves is the first object that we love the most. So start from there, you see, expressing compassion, you see. So an example how to express compassion to yourself. You know, the definition we know that we don't, okay, no, I don't want to suffer. I want to cause and condition not to suffer. So what is the example? Okay, especially today in your discussion, you have many examples for this. How to make sure to cause and condition that myself not to suffer. And then you use the same logic to others. If you allow to get angry, that means you allow yourself to suffer, isn't it? Is anger hurts you? It hurts, isn't it? Whether it's angry about oneself, angry about others, the first person who get hurt is yourself. It really hurts. It just wipe away all the peace, joy. So if you are practicing compassion on yourself, then you need to protect your three doors, especially protect your mind, isn't it? Protect our thoughts from the intrusions of negative emotion like anger. Can you do that? Can we do that? I think it's most important for us to do that. You see, I think this is the starting. It must start from here, because compassion is most important in the ground level, in the beginner level. That's the first step of success in the Dharma, success in the virtue. So if we don't have that foundation, then we won't be successful in our training on the path. It will be more like emotional. It sounds so wonderful, to do some charity, to do some relief work, but then yourself, like completely in miserable situation. And whatever we do is kind of like, just how to say, it's an emotional kind of relief, not really liberating ourselves from the bondage of suffering. You see. So yes. So whatever ideas, the thoughts, events, anything that bothering you, that disturbing your emotion, making you unhappy, we need to help ourselves to be a guard from the intrusions of all those harm givers. So let's say an example about anger, how to do that. How should I stop? We may say, yes, I understand that, I want to stop, but I can't stop. So how to do? It's maybe you all know, but it's a very important question to get reminded how to stop that. So we have to stop that through seeing the disadvantage of anger and advantage of no anger, advantage of patience. You see, then you may say, yes, I understand that, but it's still not working. I think like that, but when someone is there, I can't help. When I see that person, just can't help. You know. So that means lacking the training, lacking the practice, lacking the exercise. So you may say, I've been practicing. I learn about it, and when anger arises, I apply it. Isn't that practice? Isn't that a training? Yes, but the preliminary aspect of the actual usage of the antidote is missing. Right here, we are also talking about preliminary. Yes, everything is correct, but there's no preliminary, no preparation. So when should I do the preparation? Make sure in the actual event that I can really, antidote is effective. And that is when there's no environment of anger. When there's, you find a retreat environment, or you find a day that where so serene, is so peaceful, there's not even a sight and thoughts of anything to do with anger. There you meditate. There you do some analytical meditation about reinforcing the imprint, the habitual imprint to your mind, the knowledge of disadvantage of anger and advantage of not getting angry or patient or all the antidotes. Then after that, do certain degree of absorption meditation. So after you are convinced, yes, so right, getting angry is so bad, so harmful. You even can convince yourself by certain events of past when you get angry, what went wrong. Convince yourself that. And when you see someone get angry, what went wrong? You can use all these examples to convince until say, yes, is it? This is it. Then quietly settle, in that moment, complete absorption in that conclusion, without analyzing what is right, what is wrong, without analyzing how good the patient is, how bad the anger is. You already done just before getting into that absorption. So during the absorption, just completely quiet, settle, kind of physically, mentally, everything just like calm yourself, with stillness, as much as possible, 1 minute, 2 minutes, and repeatedly you do that. That will get well training in our subconscious system. More such trainings happen, more the spontaneous will become in our conscious level. The manifestation of the subconscious imprint to the conscious level, it becomes so spontaneous. Even you see the side of anger, antidote is fully developed in your system. You see. And even when you encounter the situation of anger, your entire system is shield with the mindfulness, intense mindfulness, spontaneous mindfulness. It's very much a realization of that practice when it becomes spontaneous like that. So every training has to train until it becomes spontaneous. And the very tool is through this two way, analytical and absorption. Every training, every kind of training of the path, without this two process, we won't able to get to a definite realization or definite abilities, you see. So like that. Mm-hmm. You see, so when you are up to that kind of well trained, it's not like you become zombie. You know, when situation happening, like become suddenly freeze. You know? It's also not like that. You know, it can become like that sometime, but most of the time you will have an effective beneficial wisdom to translate the situation positively, harmlessly. You see, and you will have beneficial attitudes. Will manifest that realization in a very beneficial attitudes like compassion. Why this person hurting me? Because that person is in suffering. That's why hurting me. You will have a wisdom. If the person themselves not in suffering, will never cause suffering to anybody. Because they themselves is suffering, that's why causing inconvenience to me. So in relation to that fact, he or she is only object of my care, not an object of retaliation, not an object of, reciprocate the same action back. You see, that kind of wisdom, that kind of attitude will manifest, a result of your training. So you apply this same to all the other situations, either to be low self-esteem. Some people suffer so much because of I'm not good enough. They say I'm not tall enough, I'm not short enough, I'm not fat enough, I'm not skinny enough. Some people, even your nose is already like straight, but then still not enough straight. You already got beautiful eye, but it's still not enough. You need more open. So is everything not enough? Is it got sun also not good enough? Got rain also not good enough? Foggy also not good enough. Something is like not right in everything. I have one friend. I know the person for a long time. It's unbelievable. See limitation in every single thing. And also it didn't spare me out. So this is more than like 20 years or maybe even more than that. I know the person. So now it's like, in the past you have to write a letter, yeah? So because different countries, so write a letter. So this problem. Actually there's no problem, but see, everything got problem, So now today's time, WhatsApp. Unfortunately, we have to deal with WhatsApp. Even the one that the person regarded is the best thing in life, after arrived there, nothing is good still, and looking for something else. Unbelievable. It's like it's very wealthy, healthy, but the way of thinking, like everything has limitations. But surprisingly, don't want to study Dharma. Not surprisingly. Surprisingly, was that never see the flow of samsara in a general way. It's like seeing flow of lower realms, seeing flow of the karma and delusion. Never want to discuss about that. So I say, if you want to get out of all this limitations that you have, I say study Dharma. I say don't want to study Dharma. I just want clarification from you. So I do like observation, So must need answer from here. So it immediately, okay, fine, it's wonderful. The next moment, find another limitations. So live a life like that. I said, wow. It's like amazing how people live like that, So anyway, I don't know why I came out this one.
Low self-esteem.
No, low self-esteem. Yeah. So whatever it may be, so-called depression, so-called, actually many people also wrongly name stress as a mental health problem. I just meet few people before coming here. Just because of work stress, and then they immediately went to psychiatrist, psychotherapy. Say, I think I have mental problem. So she came to me. She's a young lady. I have a very good job, but it's because of so good, the job load is so heavy. No time for holidays. And some more, she's a doctor. And when she came to me, she's already hallucinating, already a bit shaky. So she told me that she felt that she had a mental problem, and she went to see psychotherapist, and the psychotherapist asked to take medicine. And now she's like after take medicine, she feels so good, but then after the medicine effects go away, she's like completely lost. So maybe you will know better than me. There are a lot of people taking this medicine in the name of mental health problem, ruining people's life. The hallucinations are so serious that it causes even suicides. And it causes completely damage of nervous system. You see, and make complete loss of themselves, their senses. So it's I'm not a doctor, but I say no, you shouldn't take the medicine. He said, then how? I can't help. I said, first of all, you need to clear the wrong judgment about yourself as a mental health patient. So those few days I was having quite a lot of program, a lot of meetings. So my body, I can feel deep stress. So I told her, I say, I have no mental problem, but I am deep stress. I say, if you want to touch my shoulder here, it's hard like a rock because of stress. My chest, I feel like just a matter of time, it's going to kind of burst. So tight because of not enough sleep and because of talking too much. I say, and I don't have great wisdom. I just need good sleep. I just need to just shut the door and just quiet. Don't talk. And deep breathing in and out. Just with that, find relief, find releasing of the stress. Then I feel better. I say the stress that you're going through, I know there's so much stress, but I also have that kind of stress. You see, but your mistake is you conclude yourself as a mental problem and went to take the medicine, and now actually even few months, but most of your nervous systems are kind of contaminated. You see, so therefore, so I'm just sharing this example. Sometimes, the stress from the environment, work, family matter, immediately, we go for psychotherapies and take medicine. I see a lot of harms that happens in the younger, even I would say teenage people, working people, even like elderly people, many people. We acknowledge we have a stress, but making sure that don't conclude as a mental problem and depend on the medicine. Anyway, I don't know why I'm saying this, but something is there. But I don't know. You get my point. Be careful. Yeah, be careful. So yes. So there comes the importance of compassion. You see. So you need to know how to cause yourself, not to put into a over like a burnout, stage. So you need to be gentle to ourselves, isn't it? We need to be, the compassion need to express in the kindness to ourselves. Even we as a human being, we will make mistakes. Yeah, say it's all right, it's okay. Especially as a Buddhist practitioner, there's a purification methods like Vajrasattva practice, like Four Opinion Power practice, confession practices. How negative thing you have done, there's a purification methods. Just making sure that we don't repeat that again. But any history we may have, we can change. Especially when we, later we will talk about this very important practice of taking the Bodhisattva precepts. In fact, right after here is to take the Bodhisattva precepts. You see, the practitioner, having generated a true awakening mind, aspiring and engaging is cognizant of including even the minute precepts of this practice. They are prerequisites. These are prerequisites. So now, through the renunciation, the great renunciation from the three scope, the final, the renunciation in relation to the great scope, developed through deep compassion, immeasurable compassion, then you come to a point that now I want to commit into practice. So, on the maturity of the renunciation of the small scope, middle scope, higher scope, now what is next? You aspire to commit yourself in the altruistic dharma and altruistic practice. Means you want to live a life like a bodhisattva. You want to make your life is a bodhisattva's way of life, altruistic way of life. And what is the final preparatory to do that is to take bodhisattva vows, bodhisattva precepts. So bodhisattva precepts has two: aspiring bodhisattva precepts, like what the text say, and engaging bodhisattva precepts. You see, so aspiring bodhisattva precepts is, at least in motivation, everything you do, including entirety of our life, like just at the beginning of the teaching, every time we refresh the bodhicitta motivation by dedicating rest of my existence, in particular this whole life, this very session, for the benefit of numberless sentient beings, temporary happiness after the ultimate happiness of enlightenment. That motivation is aspiring bodhicitta motivation, meaning that from now on, I dedicate my life for that cause. At least in my intention, meaning everything I do, there's an introduction. It infused by the intentions of bodhicitta or great compassion. In one way, you're already practicing it. I think everybody is practicing it, isn't it? I think here, I think everybody, you want to be the cause of happiness of the whole world, isn't it? So. So there's a ceremony. There's a Bodhisattva vow granting ceremony. you take the aspiring bodhicitta, bodhisattva vow. Then engaging bodhisattva vow is in your very best. You want to translate your actions of body, speech, and mind, or rest of your existence, in your very best in the practice of 6 paramita, which is almost everybody is already doing it. In your very best practice of morality, which is everybody doing it. Practice in your very best generosity, which everybody is doing it. Patient, everybody's doing it. In your very best, you try to be patient about all situations, isn't it? Then, in your very best, you also have a joyous effort. Whenever you get a chance to practice Dharma, to do something good for the world, to do something good for your family, for yourself, you're very happy, isn't it? You're very happy to do joyous effort. Then what is that? Then concentration. You try to be very mindful to control your emotions. Try to guard your 3 doors from committing negativities, and try to train in mindfulness, isn't it? Everybody already try to do your best. Then wisdom of no self. And try to be less grasping. I think the very first day that you found Buddhism is already start to release the tightness of the graspings. You start to become a much more easier person. More, how to say, adaptable person. You see, from our very fixation about things and events. So already practicing that, you see. So that is what it means. Now committing yourself to do your very best in the practice of 6 paramita. So that's engaging bodhisattva vow. So the point before I was saying, whatever history we may have, how much negativities that we have done before, the moment you take the bodhisattva precept, even the aspiring precept, that very moment, worst become the best. Minimum benefit. The worst become the best. That very moment, based on the statement by the Buddha, that you become the family members of the Buddha and Bodhisattvas. Can you imagine? Now your world is Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. That's nice, isn't it? And say, who is your family? Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. That's very nice. Which caste you belong to? The caste of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. That's very nice, isn't it? Who's your? Okay, maybe don't go there. Okay, so you see, there are many great Mahasiddhas, even among the 80 Mahasiddhas. Some individuals of the Mahasiddhis, they have a history of being butcher, being, warrior, in the war, killing people, being prostitutes. Some are from conventionally regarded as the lowest caste. So this is talking about in India long time ago, about 2004, 500 years. The moment they take the Bodhisattva precepts, the moment they aspire in altruism, right there, their caste become Buddha Bodhisattva's caste. They become Mahasiddhas. Mahasiddhas means great realized, siddhis, great realized beings, meditators, practitioners, become object of veneration, become object of people's prostration, venerations, respects. There's, entire trace of the past is purified. Just that commitment, just taking the Bodhisattva right there, entire their path purified. Even from the karmic point of view, purified. From the worldly environment, they come into the Sangha community of the Mahasiddhas. Everyone is a Mahasiddha. There's no differentiation. You are Mahasiddha from this caste, Mahasiddha from that caste. Not like that. You see. So therefore, yeah. So the main point of introducing the Mahayanic Dharma, the teachings of Lojong, eventually we have to come to a point that we have the courage to take the Bodhisattva vow if you have not taken. You have to arrive to a wise enough to understand the value of the Bodhisattva vow. You see, if you have already taken and hold the Bodhisattva vow as even more important than your own life, and that is your identity. You see, and that is the confident. That is who you are, the pure person. You see, then have this mindfulness of upholding, that identity, and it is the best medicine to overcome low self-esteem, to overcome fear of that yourself that not fit in the society, not good enough. No. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas fits to everybody. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are adorable to everybody. You see, they are beneficial for everybody. You will never harm anybody. And that energy, the others start to feel, understand. Then most importantly, you will cause others to be liberated from the limitations, you see. So like that. So these are prerequisites. Especially prerequisites for what? To really to develop the realization of bodhicitta in emptiness, and to success in the practice of Tonglen. So to engage in the practice of the true mind of awakening, the practitioner, should first introduce enthusiasm at the beginning of your meditation session by earnestly contemplating the following points. Reflect on the meaningfulness of having obtained the human existence of the leisure and opportunity, which we have discussed on the first session. To prevent yourself from wasting it, think, I must practice Dharma. And among Dharma practices, this mind training is the most excellent. Then reflect, even though I may have found a human existence of leisure and opportunity within my lifespan, there's no time to spare because of the second understanding from the four preliminary, the understanding of the death and impermanent. You see, death and impermanent. Since in future lives I must experience happiness and suffering as a fruit of my virtuous and negative karma, this mind training is the most excellent virtuous activity. So then the preliminary of reflecting on the limitations of samsara and limitations of the karma. On the first day, I mentioned that there's a three decision has to be, firm within us in order to become a solid engagement in the path. Remember, the first one is decision in relation to precious human rebirth. I have all the power to practice Dharma. I can practice Dharma. Second one is understanding the death and impermanent. If I don't practice now, they may not have opportunity again. Now, third one I didn't manage to mention. The third decision is only practice Dharma. That is, understanding the flow of the samsara, the sixth realm, and flow of the karma. You see, the karma is something that, as long as karma is not purified, then karma is something that, like a shadow follow the body like that. You see, so if we virtuous result, negative result. And if we continue to commit unwholesome actions, then even we born in the the tip of the self-existent in the God realm, also miserable. You see, and in relation to the how karma works, nothing that we have accumulated in our lifetime, the wealth, the position, the health, the body, the family, nothing, no samsaric collections will benefit us from the critical journey when we're passing away and to the future lifetime. So one thing that help us is only the accumulations of the virtue and the dharma imprint, the meritorious imprint. Due to that, then you make the third decision that I will only practice dharma. Again, when we talk about that, is we simply meaning that everything we do, even job, family, even the status, whatever conventionally may require in your life, is introduced or infused by bodhicitta motivation. You do that for the benefit of the enlightenment for all beings. That's what it means. Everything you're going to take onto the path. By doing so, you manage to practice only dharma, some more altruistic dharma. Since in future lives I must experience happiness and suffering, the fruit of my virtuous and negative karma, this mind training is the most excellent virtuous activity. Even for the goal of freedom from the self-existent, no path is more profound than this. This training is also the supreme cause for attaining Buddhahood for the benefit of self and others. Contemplate this point not only when your enthusiasm for the training of the mind is strong, but also when such enthusiasm is lacking. Okay, so we break for half an hour. Thank you. Hello, welcome back. Any questions, anything you'd like to share?
Geshe, I've had a question for a few months now. How do we make sure we're not born in a God realm? You know, if we're protected from the three lower realms, how do we ensure that we're not just wasting our rebirth?
Yeah. So avoid committing neutral karma. So definitely we don't want to be born in the three lower realms. That means avoid negative karma from the three doors. Then creating one of the main karma to be born in the God and demigod realm is a neutral karma. So not occupying, our three doors in a virtuous action. Of course, on top of neutral karma, then there's such as delusion like jealousy. And distractions, anything that desirous distractions. So these are also fruitful cause, supplement to the neutral karma to be born in the God realms. Then, like such as God realm, God desire, God realm, formless God realms. Then, such as formless God realm, staying space out without, being in a concentration, but it's more like space out, which is very much like a neutral kind of creating of karma, but at the same time there's usage of concentration, which not infused by any virtuous intention, just relaxing, and such kind of actions also commit a certain type of karma that can cause like rebirth in the God realm, but especially like formless God realm. Formless God realms are very much defined level of concentrations. So something like that. So we need to keep our three doors very busy in virtuous, meritorious doings to avoid two extreme reincarnations, three lower realm and God and demigod realm. Then in the human, just being born as a human also not necessarily favorable. We need to make sure that we're born as a precious human rebirth. So there comes the one of the key element is moral discipline, moral ethic, are the utmost important. So the more that you take precepts are so beneficial, especially Bodhisattva precepts. You see, if you take Bodhisattva precepts, and we even by the force of karma, we have to be reborn in the human realm, but because of the power of the karma, meritorious karma committed through Bodhisattva precept, very much we were born as a precious human life, and also the precious human life that encountering the altruistic environment, like such as Mahayanic Dharma, compassionate environment, and meeting with qualified Mahayanic gurus, have the Sangha community who live on the path and inspire you, support you to rejoice you to practice service of sentient being, and you will be enough merit to be in the service of others. So how wonderful to be in that position. We need so much merit to able to offer service to others. Not easy. Maybe to receive service by others, maybe it still needs so much merit, but not as much as merit that we ourselves be in the service of others. That's require tremendous merit to be able to receive by others our service, to understand our service, to call for our service. So when people come and ask help, that's a blessing. That's a blessing arrive on you, isn't it? So when we think like that, then that's so beautiful. Even for one person, you be the protector of that one person. How beneficial it is. You be the comfort of that one person. That one pat. I usually give example of that one pat. In today's time, there are so many people, have pets, dogs and cats. And some people, they find so much meaning in that, and it's beautiful to be in the service of that one cat. That person's life is so beautiful. You don't cause harm to others, and you're happy with that pet. You see, so when we come back, we are not in a position of a problem maker, destroyer. Not even for one person, and not even for one single sentient being. You see, and for that, the moral discipline in our life, especially altruistic moral discipline, Bodhisattva vow. So I hope at the end of this course, I think many of you already have Bodhisattva vows. Even some of you, we were together on the first day when went into the Mahabodhi temple. Reminded you to take the Bodhisattva vows. You have already taken, but then again, Bodhisattva vow is something that you can refresh, numberless times. Each time you refresh, it purifies. Any limitations occur in the practice, and it strengthens. It is blessings. You see, so maybe one day, go to the stupa, and there we collectively together. I think we have so much of unbelievable altruistic energy from everybody. It's quite a big crowd. Every individual from different countries, and you represent your own family. You represent your own people of the country, which has a special karmic connection to you, because of you're from that family, because of you're from that town, because of you're from that country. You see, it will bring so much benefit to your people. So we all come together, especially pull together all this good meritorious condition, and we commit for the path, the Bodhisattva's path, I think can be a great contribution to the world. Yeah. That's the question? Something?
Oh, I asked.
I went somewhere else.
Oh, you answered it.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything? Yes, please.
Geshe, although we have been doing it, but I still don't really understand what is mandala offering and why do we do it.
Oh, okay.
Can you explain that?
Yeah, I think you said that yesterday. Yeah. So mandala offering is one of preliminary practice which attach to all the sadhana practices. The practices exist even during the Buddha's time, but not as how it designed in relation to the great Tibetan masters. So the mandala offering is a part of the four major ngondo or preliminary practice. The first one is refuge, second one is purification, Vajrasattva, then third one is the mandala offering, fourth one is Guru Yoga. So mandala, the refuge practice is understood as planting the seed of enlightenment. So here, the general understanding is everybody has Buddha seed, the seed of enlightenment, Tathagata essence. But for many, the seed is very much like captured in a very tight, metal box. So it has a potential, but it won't sprout because it's not planted. So we have the seed of Tathagata essence. That seed has to plant with the in the ground. So the ground of that being, that ripened soil, you see, which is consciousness of precious human life. So you plant the seed of refuge. Now, in order this seed to grow, you need to clear, all the obstacles, like weeds, etc., on the field. So similarly, those negativities of the past and any new conditional negativities that you have accumulated, consistently need to purify them, to free from the seeds, like steadily growing. So for that purpose, then Vajrasattva preliminary practice comes the next. Now, the seed is planted and obstacles are cleared, but then you also need conducive environment, like a water, the sun, the fertilizer, etc., which is the merit. And the mandala offering is one of the most powerful practice to accumulate merit swiftly, because there you have these tools that which is we call the mandala base. There's a ritual item which represent entire universe. That by holding that you can interdependent conditionally can own that entire universe and offer to the merit field, like such as Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and Gurus. You can also offer your own body, speech, and mind, your own all the positivities, all the negativities, very much entire existence. You can place onto the mandala offering ritual item, and through the blessings of the sadhana, which is the mandala offering practice or the prayer, the receiver actualize entirety of those offerings as actual offerings of you, and also in the form of purified offering, in the form of nectar, in the form of precious jewels, anything that is good, that you believe, it become not only it become that offering, but also it become limitless offerings. So this is the the practice in relation to mandala offering. Then the fourth one is the Guru Yoga practice. Guru is the who's being Buddha, but the nearest to you. Buddha comes in our way, in our level, only in the ordinary Guru human form. Buddha's Dharmakaya is not accessible through our ordinary eyes, our ordinary mind. The Sambhogakaya, only we can see in picture, like Taras, Shenreziks, Medicine Buddha. They are Sambhogakaya aspect. Only the Arya Bodhisattvas who have realized emptiness directly, they can communicate directly. But we as ordinary, no opportunity. Even the Nirmanakaya aspect of Buddha, like Siddhartha Gautama, came to this world 2,600 years ago. I don't know about you, but I didn't meet him, So, even we have so much merit to meet the Dharma, but to meet the Dharma, authentic Dharma, through that ordinary aspect of, the enlightened one. Why is as equal as enlightened one, that ordinary, the teacher, the Guru comes in your way? Because what the teacher reveals is the Dharma that what Buddha would reveal. Even when you happen to see Buddha directly, Buddha has nothing more to bless you, share with you than that same Dharma that ordinary teacher is sharing with you. Is from that point of view, whether from the teacher's side is really Buddha or not, but benefit that we receive is equal. You see, so so here the preparatory practice or the four preliminary practice is preliminary to able to practice the sweet path, the tantra. So the tantra, there's 4 schools: action, kriya, yoga, haisuga. So haisuga tantra carries the 2 aspects of path called the generation and completion stage of path, which has the yoga that can cause purifications of our entire aggregates and accumulations, activations of entire our channels and chakras, and abide into the absolute oneness with the resultant Buddha within this very brief lifetime in this ordinary human body. And that is the most sacred, most precious, but the success of utilizing that part dependent on these preliminary practices. So Guru is the kind of like bridge between you and the deity, bridge between you and the practice of generation and completion stage of the tantric practice. Because when ripened Guru meets the ripened disciple, then very much the accomplishment of the path of enlightenment is very much in your palm, in your hand, right there. So when you're intact with the preliminary, then enlightenment also be possible. So because of that, even though there are many other mondos also, the preliminary practice like a 12 or 6, but major uncommon preliminary is this 4. But even to get this, be perfect in the practice of 4 major uncommon preliminary practice, dependent on the quality of the common preliminary practice, which we have just discussed this morning. Very much the knowledge of Lamrim, and in the short word is the knowledge on the 3 principal aspects of the path: renunciation, bodhicitta, emptiness. This will make sure that our practices of even mandala offering become perfect. And when that is perfect, the tantric practice will be perfect. Like that. Okay.
What are the objects that we offer as part of mandala offering? What do they signify? Like the idol and the ground?
Yeah, like such as Mount Meru, in the central, then 4 continents, subcontinents, then let's say 8 auspicious, 8 royal offerings, and then your own body, speech, and mind, others' body, speech, and mind. So basically, everything is out there. So you can also start practicing with the hand mudra. So each time, when we start the teaching, we end the teaching, to create the merit, we start with the mandala offering. Then at the end also, to seal the merit or to dedicate the merit, to appreciate the merit, again we end with the mandala offering. So you can start with using the hand mudra like this. So these 4 corner, represent as a 4 continent. The central is represent Mount Meru. The top 2 represent the sun and moon. So everything is there. Yeah. So you can also use mala as something holding inside. So you can use the mala like that. Then put in the central. So this is like precious jewels. You can use your watch. You can use your earrings, chocolates, flowers. So and also, whenever you see holy objects, I think you have remembered, some of you are here, when I first arrived in front of the Maitreya statue, one of the practice we did is a mandala offering practice. So whenever we see holy objects, you can practice that. Very powerful to accumulate merits. And whenever you see, you can offer everything, but something especially that appeal to your heart. So that you see beautiful flower, you offer. If it's, people don't understand, you suddenly do like that, maybe people think something is wrong. May send you to the psychotherapist, recommend the medicine, so you can still do like that in the heart, But then you're alone, then you sing song, there's a very beautiful song. So when you see beautiful mountains, beautiful flowers, trees, houses, cars, basically everything, even when you see cows, especially when you see horses, cows, elephants, these are also in the royal offerings. You see crystals, you see some beautiful stones, beautiful lake, beautiful oceans. The moment you see the sun, offer. The moment you see the moon, you offer. You see, so it's like abundance of opportunity to accumulate so much merit, and you can even offer Om Ahung. Just recite Om Ahung. Everything, Om Ahung. So syllable Om, has the blessings of the, the 3-time Buddhas. The 6th syllable has the power from the mantra. It multiplies everything, many, from 1 to many, numberless. Then syllable A turn everything into a pure nectar. You see, even it's look not so beautiful, the syllable A will turn as beautiful, as meaningful as a celestial object. Then this syllable Hum will purify if there's any limitations, limitations of pollutions, limitations of toxics, so it will purify that. So when you see people, you offer them, Om Ahung, like that, So you can say in your heart. Especially if you're traveling, you see so many people, so many animals, etc. You look at them like this, then you offer them to the merit fields, or you recite, like mantras, especially like if you see animals, you see, they become the reason for you to practice the mandala offering. They become the reason for you to recite Om Mani Padme Hum. You see, here also I think I can mention here, I wanted to recommend to accumulate or practice Om Mani Padme Hum, the Compassionate Buddha's mantra, because we are studying Lojong. The main objective is to develop bodhicitta. Physically, we are in the land of enlightenment, land of bodhicitta. Yeah. Verbally, we try to exercise as much as possible. The one mantra is the heart of all the Dharma, all the mantra. If you recite this mantra, it's equal to reciting all the other mantras. If you recite this mantra, equal to you're reciting 84,000 teachings of the Buddha. And whatever way you recite, there's no mistake, only benefit. There's one mantra. There won't be any contamination of worldly concerns. So it becomes pure Dharma, pure cause of enlightenment. You see. So that is Om Mani Padme Hum. Here we are talking about main body teaching to learn is about two altruism, bodhicitta, emptiness. Main two body practice of the path is bodhicitta, emptiness. Main two resultant body to be achieved is Buddha's wisdom body, Buddha's form body. So Om Mani Padme Hum contain entire meaning of that, you see. So syllable Om, there are three letters, A, O, Ma. It represents our body, speech, and mind. It also represents our resultant future becoming Buddha's body, speech, and mind. It also represents the causal Buddha's body, speech, and mind. You see, three meanings. You kind of unite or bring together in one essence of these three ultimate, the bodies of the self, one's own resultant stage, and the causal stage, which is the refuge. Like I say, so Om. Mani. Second one, Mani, is referring to jewel. Jewel referring to the precious jewel, referring to bodhicitta. Padme referring to lotus. Lotus referring to wisdom of emptiness. Hum means arrive. Hum means union, wisdom and method union. Or whom is arrive, the resultant stage of your Buddhahood, or achieve, obtain. So now the whole meaning is like this. The ordinary person, me, on the basis of these three doors, body, speech, and mind, utilizing the path of method and wisdom, Mani, bodhicitta, Padme, wisdom, arrive the resultant body, speech, and mind of my enlightenment, or achieve resultant Buddhahood of Buddha's holy body, speech, and mind. So this is the meaning of the mantra. So it's understood in the benefit in the sutras. Mentioned that if you recite 10 malas of Om Mani Padme Hum, your body, speech, and mind become relics. Can you imagine? Become relics. Means Buddha's relics. The Buddha's relics in the tantric treatise emphasize just by seeing it, hearing it, even have the memory of the relics, it causes purification of our limitations, and it directly connects to the Buddha. as equal as you are seeing Buddha directly, being with the Buddha directly, you see. So now, because of the power of the Om Mani Padme Hum, by reciting it, it says 1,000 times. It's mentioned like 1,000 times. Your body, speech, and mind turn into an equal value as a relics. Whoever sees you, they get purification benefit. Whoever sees you, they receive benefit of accumulating merit. You become an object of veneration. You see, you become an object of veneration. You become a merit field. You become merit field. So anyone sees you, you see, without even knowingly, you offer the generosity of Dharma. How amazing, This is actually is one of the best way to benefit others. In today's world, people are not ready to listen what you say. Even how wise, how kind you want to say, not many people ready to listen. It's so easy to misinterpret, misunderstand. But then you become the relics without speaking, bring the benefit like that, you see. So there's one text, the Nyungne text, the fasting retreat text, compiled by Gyabje Lama Sopa Rinpoche, is in the English. So there's a benefit of Om Mani Padme Hum. You read that, and accordingly Rinpoche put down, and according with the benefit mentioned in the sutras, and benefit mentioned by the emanation of the first human emanation of Chenrezig, the King Songtsen Gampo composed many texts in relation to Chenrezig practice, like such as Mani Kampum mentioned that, you see. So you can read them. When you read that, it's like don't want to do anything, just recite Om Mani Padme Hum, don't need anything else. It is one of the easiest mantra to kind of memorize and practice. It can become your lifeline. You see, so anytime something is troubling you, Om Mani Padme Hum, you just say it. You will find how much transformation right there, can impact you. You see, so powerful. In the benefit, even saying that, the benefit is more powerful than benefit of any other teaching. Just even reciting one Om Mani Padme Hum, it says even a fully ordained Sangha, like a monks or nuns, if they break the 4 root vows, means you're gone, you're disturbed. It's very, 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 very serious. And there's no other antidote can purify that. The one way to confess, one way to, even the secondary transgression, you need to purify. You need to purify within the community, Sangha community. Like Dikpa Tamje, so sharp, different negativities has its own different environment to purify, to bring absolute purification. But there's one antidote. Even the transgressions of the 4 root vow for the ordained Sangha also can be purified. Just even one recitation of Om Mani Padme Hum, that much. Unbelievable. You see, we hardly hear that, but that's because as everybody is reciting, they thought that it's just simple mantra. Very easy to pronounce, we thought it's simple mantra. Oh, it's a mantra of a very peaceful deity, Chenrezig, maybe it must be a very simple mantra. No, this is the most powerful mantra, you see. So, of course, we talk about Vajrasattva, yes, but there's one mantra, like Om Mani Padme Hum, it contains even the element of Vajrasattva practice, everything, you see. So, in relation to our retreat here, I wanted to encourage from the very, very first day, during your free time, recite as much as Om Mani Padme Hum as possible. Oh yes, so I'm talking about this. Let's say when you see dogs or animals or people, even you go outside, you see beggars, if you have material needs, you offer. If you're not sure, there's some situation, if you give to one, everybody will come, and sometimes it can make quite an intense, episode there, So some people cannot handle, and they get disturbed. After giving, you get upset. You get upset. So I think what these beings need more than anything else is the generosity of Dharma. So materially you can able to help. If not, at least you shouldn't feel helpless. Generate compassion, not to feel pitifulness. Not to feel pitifulness. That's weak. Feel compassion. Feel powered. Have confidence in the Dharma, in the compassion. Then it recite Om Mani Padme Hum. That not only if they are, let's say, due to environmental control, they may be put into that situation. Maybe like those kids, maybe due to their parent put them there, or maybe syndicate put them there, or their ignorant put them there. I'm saying this in the past, like here, so many Buddhist organizations, like Ruri Institute. Every one of them, they are doing something to alleviate the suffering of people around here. Like Ruri Institute, we have a leprosy center, we have a Maitri school, and the Maitri school, in fact, there's a specific intended to help those who have these leprosy issues, those children. So there's a section to help that. I don't know nowadays kids, but then sometimes people go and collect from the poor villages, and they run away. They don't like the place. They just feel so stressed about studying, so stressed, not liking of people taking care of them. They enjoy being in the street. Some, the family come and take away. You see, so everybody here putting effort, every organization, like Ruri Institute, they put in so much effort to help, give education, free education to the children. Then those of the leprosy patients, to home and to medicines, we have free clinic medicines. Some they don't even want to come. And sometimes there's a mobile clinics go around, and instead of appreciation, sometimes there's a danger of throwing stone, while you're here. So it's an intense karma is there, intense the karmic environment. And I think more than anything, that has to be purified. If that is the truth. But as I said in the stupa, we really don't know who these beggars are. Maybe they are disguise of our gurus, disguise of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, just to break these fixations of our grasping, the permanent grasping, the fixations of dualism. Because ultimately everybody innately is a Buddha, isn't it? Right? And we are in the land of enlightenment. All the fortunate Buddha choose this particular place to get enlightened. But at the same time, the outer environment is so opposite. So that's from the object side. There's the dualism is there. Maybe this dualism the dualistic existence is like directly antidote, directly tease us, corner us to wake up from this dualism and see one taste, able to see one taste, the absolute truth. Maybe this is the biggest teaching that display here. You see, so yeah. So where am I? Yes. So you see, so when you see these people, you see, so offer the Dharma generosity. Look at them. This individual be the reason for you to recite Om Mani Padme Hum, since this is so powerful. Because I don't think there's a time for you to meditate on compassion and do many other long practices. So Om Mani Padme Hum is so easy, and it has the benefit of just simply reciting. But we cannot create merit on behalf of them. We cannot purify their karma on behalf of them, isn't it? That's a basic how karma works, isn't it? Now you need to make sure they are a reason for your practice. That way they engage in their own practice of purification. So this is how you do, you see. So the speechless, like those, how to say, voiceless animals. You look at them, you look at them, Om Mani Padme Hum, see them. So they are the reason for you to recite Om Mani Padme Hum, like that. Here you see a lot of animals on the street. So in the West you will see in the beautiful farmlands, but they are in the animal realm in any way, whether they are in the street in the India or in the somewhere else. So then you see our life becomes so meaningful. Doesn't matter wherever you are interacting with any being, and that being becomes the reason for you to keep reciting Om Mani Padme Hum, keep generating compassion. You see, so it directly make them create their own merits and purify their own karma. That's the generosity of Dharma, like that. Okay. Anything else? Yes. Thank you, Geshe.
So you explained about the most amazing benefits of Om Mani Padme Hum and reciting it, but sometimes also they say that not just reciting mantra is enough, and you also need to study and you need to meditate. So how do you bring those two together? If on the one hand reciting Om Mani Padme Hum has the power of all the teachings of the Buddha and of emptiness and bodhicitta, and to make you like a relic for all beings, but on the other hand they say it's not enough and you also need to study and meditate, otherwise nothing will come if you just do mantra.
So the more you can do, this super accomplishment of the benefit become even greater and more effective if you can able to manage everything, recite, study, meditate, everything. But if not, then even just doing just reciting mantra also so beneficial, or just studying also beneficial, meditating also so beneficial. It's like opportunities are a lot. If you can manage, take entire opportunity. Then Buddhahood also become faster. Behind.
You were talking. Oh, thank you, Geshe. You were talking before about anger previously,
okay.
And I think you mentioned about obviously wait till you're calm to then contemplate, so that you can then understand the harm you're doing, and then go further from there. But I guess, and you've kind of answered the question a little bit with Om Mani Padme Hum, but in the moment of anger, do you have any helpful advice on how to limit the damage when you're really angry in that moment, while we're progressing on the path? Yeah.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Yeah.
I think that's the best. Purification, also to at least remind, to be mindful You know, it can be a good reminder. The moment you get angry, you say, Om Mani Padme Hum. It's just like pull back, you know. I think it will be very powerful. You check it out. You will like, pull back. Yeah. Even you drop a plate, which is going to make you so angry, pyong, Om Mani Padme Hum. You say, okay.
We spoke about finding dharma, and we spoke about dharma, and so we're fortunate, and we have the merits that we're here, and whatever little we're understanding, we're still on the path. But is it also true that some souls, their journey is not aligned yet with dharma? And when you see your loved ones, can we help them somehow if they're not open to dharma? Is that what you're saying when you say, when you look at them, you say Om Mani Padme Hum? And how does it help them?
Yeah, definitely. I think we are here to, do more than just helping ourselves. Yeah, and we definitely can help others, especially, let's say, a loved one. Especially if we have blood relationships or some kind of ethical commitments. Through that interdependent circumstances, whatever practice you do can be so effective. Whenever yourself just being in the practice itself is so beneficial, and some more if you conduct the practice with motivation, dedicating for them, for their own behalf, you practice will be so beneficial. You dedicate all the merit for them, it will be so beneficial, and especially. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, their heart closed for a long time also is okay. You can still, and that's all the Buddha is doing. There's no one moment that Buddha paused, benefiting equally to entire sentient beings. But how quickly individual open their heart is how quickly their karma get thinner. You see, so the conditional, the cause that Buddha is causing to all sentient beings, these are skillful means gradually to awaken them, gradually. One day, in Buddhist understanding, one day every being will become Buddha. So samsara will be empty, So, and numberless sentient beings have already been Buddha. Still there are many. So similarly, from our side, especially benefiting those who have karmic affinity is most beneficial. Even Buddhas are doing the same thing. Like Buddha manifests in a different form. Some, form as a Tara, some as a Cheresi, some as a Maitreya. Yeah? And some people feel connection with Maitreya. Some people feel more closer with Tara or Shakyamuni Buddha. And when we acknowledge that, or even when we don't acknowledge, we just feel the connection, or we have the connection, then the Buddha's work of compassion ripen more effective. So we can do that similar to our family members.
But we cannot sow an intention. Can we sow an intention in them?
Okay. So intention means like plant your intention in them.
As in we cannot really bring anyone here.
Anyone here? You can. You can. You give them a lot of chocolate and bring them. So if they don't like the Dharma, they say, oh, Bodh Gaya got, what is the good in Bodh Gaya food? Tea, coffee? No. Is there anything that is very delicious? Momo. They say, oh, Momo, come and have Momo. Then they say, yeah, Momo will come later. First listen to the Dharma. First go for circumambulation to the stupa, Oh, you say, oh, the stupa is like historical, 1,000 over years here. is something very interesting. Come on, go, holiday. You can bring like that, you know.
Is it not meddling with their soul journey?
Doesn't matter. As you know, there's a gradual, you know, process. You know, it's like you know, at least there's some consecrations happening, purifications happening, and I think some of you have attended some of my, you know, other retreats in the past. I always talk about, especially, you know, as a children, you know, we are all children of our parents, isn't it? And I, you know, make this statement, like, we carry our parents' body. The entire physical aggregate is belong to our parents. We falsely claim it's mine. It's not ours. You see, what we brought from our past life is just one thing, the continuum of consciousness only. And this amazing human intelligence become this being, which very much came through the continuum of the past consciousness, suddenly become a precious human rebirth because of the physical aggregates that we have. Mainly talking about having the potential of clear light experience. You know, that's the way that make the possibility of the highest achievement of tools of Tantra, you know, becoming Buddha. None other than utilizing clear light experience. But in order that particular consciousness to be in the potential of experience of clear light, you need to have an indestructible drop. The subtle body, which is the subtle body we receive from our father, mother. You know, mother's egg, father's sperm, these two come together. The subtle one become an indestructible drop, where our, whether you call soul or consciousness, in Buddhism we talk about consciousness, life force, or the subtle wind energy, you know, stored there. And as long as it's there, have life. As long as it's not there, dead human being. You see, so the gross one develop as a flesh, bone, blood, cells, etc. You know, even along the way of developing this substance from father, mother, very much dependent on the nutritions and the elements of the environment. Yeah, so now you see, by meeting the complete path of Sutra and Tantra, including of the generation and completion stage of high Sukhi Tantra, and you manage to achieve enlightenment within this very lifetime, it's not just because of your consciousness alone, it's because of the conditions of the indestructible drop, the body, the subtle body. This is our parents. Now, just now we talk about how powerful reciting even one Om Mani Padme Hum. Fine. The sensual consciousness, like a tongue consciousness, hearing consciousness, etc., is ours. But without the tongue organ, you cannot recite the mantra. The tongue organ, the physical body, is received from our parents. We talk about so much merit hearing the Dharma. Yes, you have a consciousness, but if this consciousness, you know, not using the tools of ear organ, we cannot hear Dharma. Even this human consciousness, human intelligence, to meditate on emptiness, to meditate on, to develop bodhicitta. If we don't have the human aggregates, how are we going to, you know, can meditate on emptiness? Not possible, isn't it? You see, the unique qualities of the human intelligence is to be able to practice Dharma, you know, to learn, to contemplate, to realize. This ability hugely contributed by our parents. Not just our past merit, that alone, you know, the influence in our consciousness. There's a great conditional causes that our parents have contributed to us. So now, we as a children, whatever practice we do, like observing precepts, circumambulating holy objects, to prostrations, recitation of mantra, everything our parents will earn. Because using their body, even scientifically you will agree. Scientifically also can agree that. Can you agree that? Yeah? Yes. If scientifically investigate, our body, actually it can trace the DNA to our parents, isn't it? Whether you call DNA or whatever, everything is developed from the father, mother's, their substance. You see, so so therefore, since this aggregates is the base to be mainly labeled me, I too accumulate merit by circumambulation, reciting mantra. But from the other side, this aggregates being our parents too accumulate merit when we circumambulate, when we practice Dharma. And so this is a very, very valuable thing to know. You may think I'm the last one to benefit, but there's a 2% that you definitely benefiting when you observe morality and practices is our parents. And they are, in whatever way, especially like us, our positions are very favorable position. We talk about precious human rebirth, Wow. Can you imagine just landing in this place, Bodh Gaya? All the 1,000 fortunate Buddha will choose this place to get enlightened. All the great masters of the Tibet, the China, India, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Korea, Japan, whatever, Mongolia, whatever you say, everybody have visited here and met their aspiration, make altruistic prayers and wishes and consecrate this land. You see, up to now, four Buddhas of this fortunate era also descended here, consecrated this place. And future rest of the Buddhas will consecrate this place. For us to be land bare feet on the same, this whole body on the same place, that's unbelievable, isn't it? That is like, wow. It's like, I can bye-bye this life is done, we are in that position. It's the fortune that we are in this position is the greatest blessing, I think, proof of how much merit we have in the past and greatest blessing that we are receiving, you see. So, okay, now I lost what I want to say. Where do I connect this one? Our parent. So, that possibility is given by our parents. The Bodh Gaya Stupa, they say, if you circumambulate one time, as equal the merit, the amount of merit is as equal as 100,000 circumambulation you have done other place. If you do one prostration, you do one time here, as equal as 100,000 prostration done in somewhere else. You do one mandala offering here, you do one sadhana here, everything multiply 100,000 times because of the power of the object. Not all the object of the merit can contribute that much extensive benefit, and Bodh Gaya Stupa is one of them. You see, Bodh Gaya is one of them. Not just the stupa, but the land itself. You see, it also understood that by landing here, one thing for sure is we managed to purify the karma to be born in the hell realm, hot hell realm, cold hell realm. You see, it is geographically, spiritually we understand. Scientifically, I don't know. It's a right, why Buddha choose this place? Why this, the ground it chose as an enlightenment of all the fortunate Buddhas to perform the deeds of the enlightenment here? is to purify the most negative existence among all the existence, which is hell realm. It's understood that, there's a pakse, I don't know how many yards or whatever, I don't know the language, but it's right underneath, there's the hell realm, including of the Vajra hell realm. You see, so it purifies, such karma like that. So anyway, you see, so even this precious human rebirth, we were very much contributed by our parents.
Is it only to parents, Geshe-la, or does it
Only to parents.
not your children?
I'm supporter of the parents. Yeah, not even to grandparents, only to the parents. Yes, only to the parents. But then the benefit comparing to within this lifetime that who are not what do you call the close karmic connection, of course, children's grandparents and brother, sister, everybody is the closest benefit of your merits, but nothing can compare the closeness with the parents to you. Even parent cannot commit a similar benefit to us. Even Buddha won't able to do that. Only the children can do that to the parent because of the children carrying their body. That's the only reason. But at the same time also, how we can manage to benefit all the numberless sentient beings, because we also have a karmic connection in the other lifetime. That's why the practice of bodhicitta can impact, the merit can impact entire numberless sentient being, because we have a relationship. Even the relationship of they being our parents, you see. But for this precious human rebirth, is for this lifetime's parents, like that. Okay. Then maybe one more question, if you have, please, behind.
Geshe-la, I'm struggling with understanding of blessings. I can understand cause and effect, but blessings is still something really vague for me. And I'm trying to understand what is that, how it works, why it can be useful, and is it possible to practice and attain enlightenment without blessing? Thank you.
Okay. Blessings also, we can understand not relating to spiritual kind of term. Blessings of the Guru, the wisdom that you have, the wisdom that you learn from the Guru is a blessing. You can understand blessing is that. The attitude, the beneficial attitude you develop after learning the Dharma, that's a blessing. Like yesterday we read about Atisha, feel appreciations of his teacher Silingpa, because he feel the blessing, which is his soft heart, his warm-heartedness, which by meeting him, learning from him, he was inspired. The inspiration is the blessing. You see, your transformation is the blessing. So without blessing, no enlightenment. So you see, so not something else. Even though we use this particular term, blessing, it sounds like something is kind of religious kind of word. So actually, it's simply meaning. All the meaning that you see in everything is a blessing. Please.
It's something that can be generated in my own mind, but not something that can be, transferred from the teachers. So it comes from my mind.
Yeah, it comes from your mind, but through the transmitting of the teachings, through the inspiration that you see in relation to Buddhas, when you feel the blessing means, when you feel you receive the blessing means, you actualize those benefits in you. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so we stop for lunch. But before that, it makes sense? Okay, no confusion? Okay, so then enjoy your lunch and please share this gift from Lisa for everybody during lunchtime better or tea break better? Tea break. Okay, then keep here. Tea break time. Thank you.